Imagine walking into a room and instantly dominating it without saying a single word. In the modern world, confidence is our ultimate social currency. We are told to fake it till we make it. We promote the loudest person in the meeting, swipe right on the most charming profiles, and literally build entire multi-million-dollar industries around teaching people how to look like they know what they're doing. Today, charisma is treated like a virtue. But if you took a modern, ultra-confident corporate executive and dropped them into a Stone Age tribe 30,000 years ago, they wouldn't become the chief. Honestly, they'd probably be viewed as a walking hazard and left behind in the brush. Because to our ancestors, unearned confidence wasn't a sign of leadership. It was a terrifying evolutionary red flag. To understand why, we have to look at how human survival actually worked for 99% of our history. You didn't live in a city of millions. You lived in a tiny, tight-knit group of about 50 to 100 people. There was no Google, no instruction manuals, and absolutely no room for error. If a guy in your tribe stood up and confidently declared, "Trust me, the mammoth herd went over that thin, icy ridge. Follow me," your ancestors didn't look at his flawless posture and think, "Wow, what a natural alpha." They calculated the immediate risk. If that confident person was wrong, the consequences weren't a bad quarterly review. Half the hunters in the tribe died. The community starved. The entire bloodline ended. In the Ice Age, confidence without immediate, verifiable competence was a lethal weapon. It was a genetic liability. Because of this, early human societies developed what anthropologists call radical egalitarianism. They didn't have kings, permanent bosses, or CEOs. They had situational experts. If you were the absolute best at tracking deer, people followed you on the hunt. But the moment you returned to camp, your authority completely evaporated. And if you started acting cocky or pretending to know where a water source was when you didn't, the tribe would immediately deploy a psychological defense mechanism to put you in your place. Take a look at the Zhuangzi people, a modern hunter-gatherer society whose traditions offer a window into our deep past. When an elite hunter returns to camp with a massive, beautiful piece of meat that could feed everyone for days, you would expect the tribe to throw him a celebration. Instead, they do something completely counterintuitive. They openly insult his prize. They will look at the massive antelope and say, "Why did you bring us this scrawny, worthless pile of bones? I guess we are all going to go hungry tonight." The hunter doesn't get angry. He humbly plays along. Anthropologists realized this wasn't cruelty. It was an essential social protocol. The tribe knew that if a hunter's confidence turned into arrogance, he would start viewing himself as superior. He would start trying to dominate the group. By aggressively bullying the confidence out of their most successful members, early humans kept the social hierarchy perfectly flat. The ancient world didn't rely on the loudest voice. It relied on the quiet, anxious overthinkers who double-checked the perimeter for predators. Self-doubt kept people cautious, and caution kept people alive. So how did we get here? Why does the modern world reward the exact behavior that our ancestors actively suppressed? It turns out we are experiencing a massive glitch in our evolutionary software. Our brains evolved in those tiny tribes where you knew everyone's actual track record. If a man named Dave was a fraud, you knew it because you personally watched him miss every target for 5 years. Charisma couldn't hide incompetence. But today we live in massive global societies. We encounter hundreds of strangers every day. And because our brains don't have the time or data to verify if a stranger is actually capable, we use a lazy cognitive shortcut. We mistake the signal for the substance. We see someone standing tall, speaking with absolute certainty and showing zero hesitation, and our primitive brain mistakenly concludes, he must know where the food is. Psychologists call this the Dunning-Kruger effect, a phenomenon where the most incompetent individuals are often the most confident, simply because they don't know enough to realize how bad they are. The next time you see someone online or in a boardroom speaking with absolute 100% certainty, don't automatically follow them over the ridge. Channel your inner caveman. Ask yourself, do they actually know where the herd is? Or are they just banking on the fact that my brain can't tell the difference between charisma and competence? Because sometimes the most valuable person in the tribe isn't the one beating their chest. It's the one willing to say, "I don't know yet. Let's go look at the tracks." Let me know in the comments if you've ever been tricked by a modern fake alpha, and hit that subscribe button as we continue to unpack the strange realities of human nature. See ya.